This way you can get all your pitter-patter play shit out of the way.
We're live.
No, I'm not.
Not Blog Talk Radio yet, but I gotta get this.
It hasn't even come up on YouTube yet. No, I want it.
Lordy. Why do you do that? Oh, Lord. Today is going to be so much fun.
Not really.
Nice.
3 minutes to the magnet.
Hey, Skook.
How you doing, Skooks? She says, ta-da!
Ta-da! Oh, goodness. I was going to freak you out. I have the remote over here. I was going to turn on that TV.
You can't because I got it unplugged.
Oh. Hey, Patrick. Good morning.
Good morning, Patrick. Someone's MJ
is waving through my window.
I don't know what MJ stands for. I probably don't want to know.
You probably don't want to know.
Because she said you.
Yeah. Mary Jane, I'm sure.
Probably. Somebody smoking pot.
At least it's an MJ and not a BJ. Well, yes, good afternoon, Pat.
That's true.
Oh, Lord. How are you guys doing?
Oh, you know what, Ellie?
What?
I won't be on the show tomorrow.
No, you won't. You got to go bye-bye. I should probably start the...
Scoot got up early to get everything done.
Nice. Sourdough rising in the oven. Nice.
Well, I guess it's better than the bun being in the oven.
Yeah, that's true. Well, unless she wants one in the oven.
Well, that's true, too. All right. We got less than 60 seconds.
Dun, dun, dun. Would smoke pot with the Patrick.
It takes forever when your sourdough's a bit lazy.
All right, we're live on Blog
10 o'clock.
Talk. All right, we got the magnet going in. Hold on 1 second. Let me get everything. So on today's show...
I heard the phone.
Did you hear the phone?
Yeah, it was beep, 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 beep.
That's weird. So on today's show, we're talking all about the Matrix, doppelgangers, astral travel. We got a lot going on today. We're asking our doppelgangers glitches for the Matrix.
Good evening, Nicole.
Good evening, Nicole.
Hey,
we're going to
Sid.
talk about, hey, Sid, what's going on? Welcome. We're going to talk about how a lot of different glitches in the Matrix experiences. 25 real-life glitches that were caught on camera. Some of them are stupid, but we're going to do it anyway.
You know, because that's the show.
Yeah, but we got a lot of info on glitches and doppelgangers and all that good stuff. So sit back. Let me go ahead and maybe start the show. Maybe. There we go.
And she wonders why I say go live 5 minutes early. And she can still be 5 minutes late.
Whatever. All right, let's get the intro going. Watch your ears.
Good morning, everyone. It is time for the Shadows of the Moon show. As always, we are live on YouTube, dlive, Facebook, Twitch, and Mixer under the same name, Shadows of the Moon. So if you haven't yet, come on over and join the conversation. It is What If Wednesdays, where we question cryptoids, UFOs, aliens, cover-ups, and everything under the sun. So, do we have our thinking caps on? If so, let's begin the ride down the rabbit hole.
Hey, Freaky Geek.
And now, coming to you live from Alaska, here's a woman that has been around many moons and has seen many shadows. Here is your host, Shadows of the Moon.
With a little bit of chaos.
Who is everywhere?
She said I'm everywhere because I said I'm live on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
All right, Sid, no problem.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Oh, and I gotta switch the screen.
That was Freaky Geek. Good morning, Ron.
Hey, Freaky Geek. Good morning, Ron. How are you? Oh, I gotta switch my screen too. Jesus. I'm so not with it today. We have our magnets on. We started at exactly 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Because, Eddie's got to rush things. Hey, Heather.
Heather, how are you doing?
Hopefully you're doing good.
Everybody, please excuse my voice. I'm getting a bug.
Not my bug, but... How is everybody today? Hopefully all is well with you guys. We're going to be talking a lot of stuff today.
Probably not. We never do.
I know, William. My hope for today. We're doing good. Well, I'm doing good.
Yeah, she's doing better than I am.
I'm feeling like Eddie did yesterday. I'm like a little loopy, almost like I taken like Sudafed day. I'm not tired, but I feel just like my head's not really there.
I think I would notice Freaky Geek.
Well, I was going to try to freak him out today.
That's good scoops.
I have the remote control because both our TVs have the same remote.
Hi, Joanne.
Hey, Joanne. And apparently I left the remote in here last night. And I must have came in to check something or something and brought the remote in with me. So I was going to freak him out and try to turn on the TV and back of him, but it's unplugged. I was going to scare him, but I didn't. He's like, haha, it's unplugged. I'm like, damn it. That's weird, Freaky Geek. I hope it don't go into anything more.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that great today, but I'd rather hang out with these people.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a big show today talking about doppelgangers. Excuse me, talking about...
That's your evil twin.
No, that's your evil twin. Glitches in the Matrix, are they a part of that? Deja vu. Not too bad, had to straighten out some bills. Not fun. Oh, yeah, nobody likes to do that. Nobody likes to do that. Thank you, Heather.
Yeah, we're going to try, Heather.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my sister posted, shared a thing on Facebook, going to Patrick's bills.
Yeah.
And she says, I got a letter in the mail that said final notice. She said, it's about damn time.
Hey, Cassie. How you doing? Freaky Geek, I finally figured out what Andy K meant by zip it up, Eddie. Hang out. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys tomorrow. I gotta go in for. I'm not gonna say a job interview because I've already got the job.
Yeah, they already know you.
I just gotta go in and do a little computer work.
They know them and they still hired them.
Yeah, and I've already worked there once for about a week and I quit.
Yeah.
Hey, just Jim.
How you doing? Welcome. But,
So everybody excuse my voice. It might get raspy and break up every now and then.
He's going through puberty again.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what happens when you hit the 50-year-old mark. You go through puberty again.
Yeah, it's the rite of passage, right? So yeah, a lot to going on today, talking about doppelgangers and glitches in the Matrix. And, you know, of course, on the second half of the show, if you guys want to come up or call in and freaking, if you guys had experienced any glitches in the Matrix, Eddie has. You guys have heard Eddie's story about his glitches in the Matrix. He's had a couple of them.
And
maybe, Ron.
I think I'd rather get probed.
Okay.
It's better than feeling the way I am now.
Right. But it's like, yeah, I woke up this morning. It was really weird. Like I had a headache in the back of my neck.
Well, I never had one in my neck.
It was me neither. It was very weird. It wasn't like I was laying wrong or anything like that. Oh, that felt good though. Or anything like that. It was weird. I woke up and it was like an ache in the back of my neck. I mean, mind you, my neck is deteriorating, but it didn't feel like that kind of pain. The normal.
Right.
You know what I mean? It felt like a headache in the back of my neck. It was weird.
Yeah, it's your third and fourth vertebrae that are deteriorating.
Yeah. They've seen better days. That's what the doctor told me. But, yeah, so I don't know what that was all about. That's weird. Now I feel like it's almost like that hunger.
No video. Huh?
No video.
It should be, I see me.
You see you?
That's scary.
Nicole is man that need a leash. I think Ron's asking if Andy's here.
That's what he was asking.
It's the man that needs a leash here. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it too could be because we're smelling diesel outside. We come inside, we smell bleach from them doing that. We're just all sorts of high. That's what it is.
No. I know what I feel like when I'm high, and this ain't it. You got to figure out dinner, though. You got sourdough bread.
Jim, are you seeing the video on YouTube? Are you having problems on YouTube? You're on YouTube, right? Yeah.
Oh, freaky geek.
I just...
So we're not...
Do you guys see us on YouTube?
Hold on. Let me open another window real quick. See, you're going to hear an echo for a minute.
Hold on, guys. We're just trying to figure it out. You see it?
Yep.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's right behind that vegan dude.
Only when my eyes are open. Oh, Jesus.
It's saying YouTube's messed up. But I just opened another tab, went to YouTube, and I had no problem seeing it.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm sorry. I can't see Eddie drinking tea.
No.
Just Jim. Try refreshing, Jim. See if that helps. That helps.
Yeah, because I was just there and I could see it.
No problem. Yeah. Nicole's computer was flipping out.
Welcome
Maybe
back,
that's
Nicole.
it, Jim. You had you had an encounter with Nicole's PC. It's buffering on YouTube, Sid. Well, yeah, that's usually where you guys watch.
Yeah.
Maybe YouTube's having problems then.
Yeah, even Ron said he had to refresh.
That's odd.
What is the forehead stuff?
It's our new fashion statement. No,
Jim says it's working now.
Okay, good. Sorry, guys, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Apparently, something's going on. So, Skook, a couple weeks ago, I did a a story about a magnet experience that someone had tried to open up the third eye.
YouTube quit again.
Nope, stopped again. I don't know. Was asked to send a error report.
Nicole said her YouTube channel suddenly enlarged and jumped.
Wow, that's weird. That's crazy, guys. So you might want to head over to either Facebook or dlive.
As long as they can hear us, I mean, it's still cool.
dlive's working now. That's good. Okay, at least something's working. So yeah, to open up the third eye, he just did an experiment for 30 minutes for 30 days with a magnet.
And I believe this is day 17.
Day 17, yes. We haven't, asked Andy yet if it's day 17. But
yeah,
I believe
Andy'll know. You can't ask Freaky Geek. He lost count after the 5th day.
yeah. So we figured out it pulls up and then goes blank. That's odd. I don't know. But so it was an experiment. We do different experiments here. This is our second experiment we've tried with different things. The first one was the
when I was blindfolded.
Yeah.
And no, Freaky, before you even go there with what I just said.
You're having trouble with Twitter? That's weird, Heather. So, yeah, we decided to go ahead and do the experiment and see if it works. So we're on day 17. We're going to do it till the 30 days is up.
Jim says maybe the men in black are listening.
Maybe.
No, not that kind of blindfold.
You can't go stupid. Andy's at the shop. He needed sugar for his coffee.
YouTube is working fine. Patrick's YouTube's working fine.
See, it's working fine for Patrick and Freaky Geek, so I wonder if it's just the U.S. that is having problems.
I don't know, because Heather says it won't even let her access her account.
That's Twitter.
Oh, is
wow,
that on
that's
Twitter?
weird. I didn't have it. Well, let me see. See what happens here. After I stop pushing random buttons to try to open my phone. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It worked.
Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, Alyssa. How you doing, hon?
If he goes missing tonight, we'll know for sure.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nicole's saying now that YouTube's fine.
Huh. That's so weird. Yeah, Twitter's working for me, at least on my phone. I don't know on the computer.
We're going to power through this. They're not going to make us stop our show.
That's right. Either way, we're live on everywhere else.
That's right.
Well, not everywhere else.
Pretty much.
So, that's good to hear, Alyssa.
Ron just got an error report on YouTube.
Yeah, so I wonder if they're screwing around with it again, of course, I am live on Earth. At least I think I'm on Earth. Maybe.
Well, I don't know where the hell I am. This still worries me about Kurt buying 3 decks of cards.
Yes, he's worried. He's worried about these cards, man. I hope you got good ones. And he's like, no, I don't want him to have good ones. Right, Freaky Geek? So, again, today we're talking about doppelgangers, and I was doing research in that. I was writing down, thank you, Ron, for the ice cream. Thank you so much. You all right? Well, if you have to run out, just, remember to take your headphones off. Don't, pull them out
I
of
don't
your
give a shit. I'll rip the goddamn...
Jim, hey, MIB. That's right, you moon them. Well, no, don't do that, because if they come after, they're not, they're scary. They're kind of scary, so don't send them this way, Jim. Jim's the one mooning you, so,
Yeah, MIB, that's Jim saying hi.
Yeah. Thank you, Patrick, for the ice cream. Thank you, Patrick. You guys are awesome. So, yeah, we talk about doppelgangers. You know, we've all heard about doppelgangers, seeing, you know, weird shit going on.
Yep. Sid's mooning them now. Ron's mooning them.
Oh, they're all mooning them. See, don't get them. Oh. If I get a knock on the door, some strange people walking up to the hotel.
I'm not answering it.
Yeah. Thank God for peepholes.
You're making the probing job easier.
That was good. I love it.
We're going to get the show started sooner or later.
Yeah. NSA, CIA, you know, they're all
of them. You know, yeah. FBI.
All right. So I've never heard a story like this before, and I was trying to research to find out if anything else like this. This is crazy, but if anything else happened like this, and I can't find any stories about this happening to any other person. But this lady in 1845, 32-year-old teacher Emily Segui started working at a French language private school, right? Although she was talented and a well-liked teacher, she soon became a focus of rumor and speculation. Nicole wasn't Bobby or Bruce. We had this whole conversation yesterday about that.
Don't forget the private sector.
Yeah, that's true. So she became a rumor of speculation, right? Focus of rumors and speculation. The problem that there was not only one Mrs. Segui teaching at the school, there were two. Segui's double first appeared in her classroom as she wrote on the blackboard. A second Mrs. Segui appeared in front of the class, mimicking the teacher's movements. One evening, as Segui ate in the dining hall, it appeared again, mirroring her actions once more. From that day on, the sightings became more frequent and more frightening. So she was up in class doing her thing, and the kids saw a second one. One hot summer day in 1846, the entire student body of 42 girls was sat in the hall having a sewing lesson. As they worked, Segui picked flowers in the school gardens. When the sewing teacher left the room to speak to a colleague, Segui's double suddenly appeared in front of the room, staring straight at the frightened children. Segui never saw the phantom. She never saw herself. She only knew of its presence. Witness said the color would drain from her face, and overcome with fatigue, her movements would become listless whenever the apparition was near. So she felt that.
You're right, Freaky. She never seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. She never seen it. Just her students.
Ron says, thanks, just Jim. I just got a toll-free call.
See, they know. They're coming. See? So when this phantom showed up, she'd get tired. Her movements would be, she would get fatigued, you know, and like, as her double terrified everybody at the school that much. Of course, doppelgangers literally mean double goer in German. They have long been focus of folklore. People originally believed that encountering your apparition of yourself was an omen of your immediate death. Historical figures reported seeing their double just before they passed. Before her death, Queen Elizabeth I was rumored to have seen a corpse-like figure of herself lying in her very own bed. Percy Shelley was visited by his doppelganger before he died in a sailing accident. And a few days prior to embarking on the fateful journey, the romantic poet followed the phantom as it walked from his Italian beach house to the seashore.
Where he sold seashells.
Yes. Yeah. Watching it silently, pointing it out to the waves before vanishing. Segui's own case was re-encountered by a former student to Robert Dale Owen, an American, a social reformer and spiritualist who recorded the event in the book Footfalls of the Boundary of Another World. But doppelgangers aren't necessarily, portraits of doom. As in Segui's case, they can appear without foreshadowing impending death. People have reported seeing their duplicate in the street, and your double can be seen by a friend or family member too. a phenomenon known as bilocation. So that got me thinking, like, with astral travel, is that somebody astral traveling, like part of them leaving their body? You know what I mean? Not even realizing it?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
what if you're doing a mundane thing? You know what I mean? Like, doppelgangers are usually seen doing, like, grocery shopping or walking down the street.
That's what I was just going to say. The woman over the grocery store asked me how my dog was and shit.
Right.
Said she seen me in a store over
in the hardware store, yeah,
by the guns and that, and
looking at
like,
guns. See, and that makes me think, like, is it a glitch in time? Yeah, not astral projecting. I'm not projecting astral from the Jetsons. Astral, ASTRAL. Well, yeah, that's true, Patrick. They are, trying to drain your. I mean, some people think that they're trying to drain your energy until you're so weak that you could die, and that could be the case with this young lady because she did become fatigued and everything. But it makes me wonder if, like, you're doing a mundane thing so many times, and maybe you're like switching timelines. Because one of my beliefs is that we vibrate and we move up and down our timelines of what could have been, because we're living, like I said, and this is my opinion, in the present, past, and future all at the same time, right? So, like, if you're vibrating up and down your timeline, that other you has to go somewhere, right? So maybe you're, like, right at that peak of vibrating up or down, and your doppelganger comes in just a little too soon. You know what I mean? Or it could be a glitch in the matrix to where the computer is screwing up. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. I've heard of that. He said, I do remote viewing at times, and a friend seen me in the house when I was home in bed dreaming. Yeah. That's where I think a lot of shadow people come in, too. I think it could be a result of people astral traveling or dreaming about having a dream in their past. You know what I mean? Like somebody staying in here, right? They're back home and they're dreaming about being here, so we see the shadow people.
Could very well be.
Yes. Also putting your spiritual self in another location. Yeah. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? So, I mean, stuff like that. I'm constantly questioning things like that, especially because I love glitches in the Matrix. I love doppelgangers, and I love shadow people. So, I try to,
And Skooks is right. And we've said that Shadows and myself, we're not being haunted. We're actually haunting them.
Right. And vice versa. I mean,
we're living in their world.
That, it's like that, the veil is very thin right now, I believe. And I think with everything going on, it's just back and forth. So yeah, I mean, or are doppelgangers part of the glitches? Is our, master PC up there screwing up? Yeah, that's a good movie. The Others. That's the one with Nicole Kidman, right? That's a good movie. The Others. That's freaky. There's also another good movie about like stuff like that called The Haunted? No, The Hunted. It's a ghost movie. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so good. That's up there, right up there with 13 Ghosts. The Hunted. But it's a ghost movie, not like hunting.
Everybody's going to have to just kind of bear with me. I'm not feeling good at all.
If you want to go lay down, honey, go for it.
No, I'll be all right.
So, of course, In the past, people viewed doppelgangers this way because they were unable to rationalize the phenomenon. Paranormal investigation takes on a more scientific view these days, and this is told by Mr. Broadley. We're more focused on looking at the idea of different dimensions and time phases that operate at the same time. In simpler terms, Robert claims that there is more than one version of you existing at the same time, but living in alternate realities. He believes the doppelganger phenomenon is caused by people suddenly gaining the ability to tap into another time phase to view alternative versions of themselves or other people. So kind of, I wonder if it has something to do with when you're younger, you're like, well, what if I go down this road? Or what if I go down this, meaning careers or anything like that, and you're wondering about it? Are you like popping?
Trying to see if you like the job,
somewhere
down the line.
Right. He tells me of a story about a man who was walking along the street and saw him. Now, this was crazy. He saw himself walking by the opposite direction. 8 years later, the same man walked past himself going the other way. Again, that brings me to believe that we are really living in our past, present, and future at the same time. That theory is the only way I can explain something like that. That's definitely something paranormal to it. Some people believe you can yourself to move through this vortex, a process known as astral projection. Again,
I think it's possible because I told you we're made of matter.
Right.
And I believe that we're constantly running side by side with a parallel universe.
Right. Right.
Look at what Patrick wrote. Yes, they asked me why I was there, but I did not answer them, and then vanished in front of them. They were shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. Our friend Duper, actually, when he was younger, he was telling me of a story how I don't know if he was, I can't remember exactly if he was like falling asleep or whatnot, but he thinks he astral projected, and he was staying at his friend's house. They probably got drunk and high.
No,
I'm sure.
Not Duper.
I'm sure. Yeah, I know, right? But he remembers like going out to the living room, and his friend's parents were on the couch, sitting between them, watching TV, talking with them, but they didn't talk back to him. And all of a sudden, he said he felt like he got like vacuumed.
Yeah, like he got sucked
back into his body. And well, then we could be freaky geek. Tomato. Excuse me. So, I found one California woman who said that, she had managed to do this after leaving work one day. I was in my car at a stoplight, and suddenly the street waved in front of me in an S-shaped curved wave. I chalked it up to an optical illusion, but when I got home, then I got home. She arrived to discover her daughter was shaking. It turned out the child saw Sarah walk through the door and go into the bathroom a few minutes before, but hadn't come out. I think I moved through dimensions. Either that or the other me didn't want to come out and face me. So, I mean, it's crazy, right?
Why wouldn't you want to face yourself?
Maybe the other one knew that it was a doppelganger. And like just testing the waters? I don't know.
Well, I guess I wouldn't want to look at myself either. It'd be a hell of a fight.
But maybe in that version of it, she had to just go in and go to the bathroom. And then, of course, the other one came home, and so it disappeared. Kind of like Patrick's.
Freaky Geek is keeping time for us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Freaky. You're awesome.
We just took them off. Day 17 in the books. 13 more days to go.
So, of course, it's highly possible that you can't travel through parallel universes. And all of this being one big delusion or trick of the mind. That's why paranormal investigators are not only the only people interested in the notion of doubles. Professor Christopher French is one of the world's leading autonomous psychologists, heading up the units at Goldsmiths University of London. What he studies is the study of human behavior connected to the paranormal. So like a parapsychologist, I would think. And the underlying assumption that such incidents can be explained by the human brain. Professor French explains that mental illness causes schizophrenia, as well as other conditions such as brain tumors can cause sufferers to hallucinate. And that's true. I mean, I did have a friend that was in a car accident, and he has some brain damage, and every once in a while his brain switches off. It's like, as he explained it to me, it's like he has a wall in his brain that's scar tissue, and every once in a while the electrodes hit that wall, so it's got to reset.
Yeah.
Okay. But he was also in a coma for, I want to say 3 months. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember exactly. But in that 3 months in the coma, he lived a whole different life. Do you know what I mean? Like, and weird stuff. Like he had a wing at a hospital dedicated to him, and, you know, just a whole different life from what he lived here. So definitely, but I don't think, definitely Freaky Geek. So, I mean, I don't think like all doppelgangers and glitches in the Matrix or anything like that are hallucinations. I mean, I believe they actually really happen. They're happening for a reason, though.
Well, I know damn good and well glitches in the Matrix seem illusional.
Right.
When I seen it happen in front of me.
Right, yeah. And it freaked him out, guys. It wasn't nothing like, you know. Do you want to explain for the new people that haven't heard your story?
Yeah, it was like a while ago. But we sit out front of our building where we smoke. And I just happened to look up. And this guy, he's like in mid-stride as he's walking. But his foot never hit the ground. And it flickered 3 times. And then he started walking again.
And I told Eddie, I said, that sounds like a backwoods person.
Not a backwoods,
Not
background.
Background person. I can't see. I'm loopy today, too.
Wow, Patrick. Now, you see what he wrote there. I don't know if you've seen what he said earlier.
No, I don't think I did. I saw...
When his dad was in the Navy over in England, it was a foggy night, and a stranger asked him for a light. So now he's saying that when he lit his lighter, he's looking into this man's face and looked like his twin.
Wow. That's crazy. I'm sorry that few people believe you, Scoop, because that's not...
I didn't see what Scoop said.
She said things that happened to me, very few people believe me.
And I understand that, Scoop.
They both were shocked. That's interesting that they both were shocked. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Like, who's the doppelganger?
Yeah. Like, I wonder, see, my whole questioning is like, why does it happen? Is it something we're supposed to see?
Is it a warning?
Like something significant in that moment of time.
Why they appeared.
Yeah.
Almost like Back to the Future.
Right, yeah. It's just crazy to me. But it's interesting. It's very interesting to me. You know?
It's something that'll really mess your mind up.
Definitely. And then we have some experiences of glitches in the Matrix. Unless the doctor. That could be too, Heather. I mean, maybe
he was just imitating.
Yeah. It does make you wonder. It really does. So this is called Grade School Doppelganger. This happened to me in 3rd grade, and it scared me so much I started crying and had to go to the office to talk to the principal about it. I was in the hallway for misbehaving, And my neighbor Tad, a year younger than me, came walking out of class to my right, passed in front of me, and headed down some stairs. We said hi to each other. About 20 seconds later, he walked out of the same class, passed in front of me, and headed down the stairs. I just stared at him, confused and afraid. He looked back at me like, why the F are you looking at me like that? I mean, it scared her enough to where, like, what the hell? Like, is her brain, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Stuff like that. And you have to wonder. You know what I mean? You have to wonder.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with you.
I know you are, baby. I know. At 12 years of age, my mom let me stay in the truck as she went grocery store shopping. This made me, this one got me thinking. At 12 years old of age, my mom let me stay in the truck as she went grocery shopping. As I waited, I seen an old guy walking towards the truck with an indescribable look on his face. He'd look at me as if I knew too much. He stops 5 feet from the truck, looks at me for a couple seconds, and heads back the exact way he came. It was rather traumatic for some reason, and very confusing at that age. She was like 5 or 6, or at that age. She was 12 at that time, sorry. 5 or 6 years later, my dad was showing me home videos of us at Yellowstone. At Old Faithful, I noticed the same guy, same look, same clothes, peering at us on camera and at me through the TV. I'm freaked out just writing this, thinking back on it, you know. So what the hell's that? I mean, do we have watchers? I mean,
It might be.
MIB. Yeah, right. I know. I'm telling you. So, like, it makes you wonder, like, I mean, why would he be like the same guy watching her at Yellowstone? And I mean, it explains the, oh, you've seen too much.
Hi, Faith Showers.
Hello, Faith Showers. How are you? I had a young woman slap me in the face in another town and said that I was cheating on her. I explained who I was and she showed me. Right, watchers or handlers. I don't know. It's crazy. We might have a minimal show today.
No, I'll make it.
But I mean, today that's just nuts. I can't imagine, like.
No, okay, now Patrick goes to finish saying
Okay.
She showed him a picture of them together, and it was a man that was a twin of him.
See, yeah. So altogether, I had a young woman slap me in the face in another town and said I was cheating on her. I explained who I was, and she showed me a picture of them together, and it was a man that was a twin of me. It's like, I don't have a twin. Yeah, that's crazy. Stuff like that.
But I have to, I can't deny that. How many times have we gone somewhere and somebody says, I know you. I've seen you.
That guy down at the bar.
Yeah.
That got sushi that one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're, Mike or Mark or something like that?
Something like that.
And he's like, no, because he was working. He was a cook. And he's like, no.
he's like, hey.
Dude, I know you. I mean, like, the guy wouldn't believe that it wasn't this Mike or Mark.
It took everything I could to convince him what my name was.
Yeah, even I think Miss K even stepped up and said, no, this is Honey. He's like, you were down in Seward.
Nope, never been to Seward.
Or even like he said about the lady in the, I saw you the other day looking at guns at the hardware store with your dog.
I don't own a
dog. We don't
dog.
own a dog. Second of all, he's not a gun person.
Well, no, it's not that. I don't care.
Okay. All right.
20 years ago, I was young, stupid, and I ended up getting a felony. So now being a convicted felon, I can't be in possession of a firearm. So it's like, why would I be in a store looking for guns?
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it's crazy. Right, Skilk, I really feel sorry for my doppelganger.
Wow, freaky. Yeah, the Freaky Geek seen a
Makes me
movie where
wonder
the
about
doppelganger
that.
was trying to kill the original and take over. And now I've heard stories or something like that. It wasn't the old folklore. If you seen your doppelganger, you were gonna die.
Right. But like hardly, I mean, except Patrick's dad.
Or Patrick.
Well, he saw a picture. He didn't see himself.
It don't matter.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying when he.
True, it wasn't face to face.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
But even looking at a picture and it's like, holy shit.
But Nicole has a good question too. Makes me wonder if I die, will my doppelganger die too? That's a good question. I mean, seriously, does it?
So could it be possible that when you pass away, you don't really pass away? You're still here for a little longer?
Matter of fact, I wrote down kind of like why we have deja vu, right? Same thing with deja vu.
Yes, Heather. Many times. She says, I wonder if it might have something to do with a past life. Because, like, have you ever met someone and you swear you've known them before?
Yes. Well, that's the whole thing, at least in a belief that I read about. That's the whole thing that we, like, go in the same circle. You know what I mean? When we die and come back, we go in that same circle. Like, Eddie could have been my brother or my sister in my past life.
Man, did you have to go like that?
Yeah, I know, that's weird. But, or he could have been my mother in a past life. I mean, we go in that same circle. That's why we feel like, oh my God, I've known you all my life. Like me and my best friend, Robin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first image of me and my best friend, Robin, looking at each other going, she's looking at me riding in a car by her house, past her house. I didn't know who she was. I knew Ricky, her brother, but I didn't know her because she was younger than me. Me going, who the fuck's that bitch? And then her looking at me going, why is that fucking bitch staring at me? That was our first, seeing each other. And then,
okay, Patrick.
And then later on, I went down to Ricky's house for something. I was with Ricky. And she goes, can I come down? And she didn't know I was in the kitchen part. She was in the living room of Ricky's house. And she's like, can I come down? I'm bored. And I'm like, yeah, come on down. And from that instant on, we were instant best friends. Like, we knew, like, it's weird. Even today. Like, we don't have to, we've been best friends since, she was 14. I'm 46. She's 42.
Yeah, something like that.
And you know what I mean? Even today, if we don't talk to each other, we know what each other is thinking. Like, even today, I haven't hung out with her in 4 years since I've been up here. So I'd say about 6 years.
It's been longer than that.
Yeah, longer than that.
The last time you got to see Robin was when we were in Warsaw.
Yeah. Not Poland, New York. But we can sit there and even today, if I'm reading something, I know how she react to that. And she'd do the same with me. You know what I mean?
Now, Freaky says deja vu is unnerving at times. And I got to admit that because when I was in Kentucky, we were driving through the mountains. And all of a sudden, it was like I told this person, pull in that driveway.
Yep, I remember you telling me.
I've been here before. I've been here. But I've never been to Kentucky before that point. And as we're pulling up to the building, before we even walked in the front door, I knew what writing was on the wall. And I quoted it verbatim before we even walked in the room.
And that's weird that we watch Hellier and how bad we want to go down to Kentucky.
Yeah, I know, right?
That just popped into my head. So do you think friends in this life that you feel connected are that you were like...
It might not so much that you were related, but you might have been best friends in another life.
Yeah. Or it could be your brother or sister, mother, father. Somewhere in close. Do you know what I mean? Like close related. close relations, your circle, your peeps, in that type of deja vu is on ring types. Yes, Skook, soul family, soul groups. Yeah, you're as Diary says, your soul tribe. You know, it's just nothing. Yeah.
Sorry about that, just Jim. Welcome back.
Welcome back, just Jim.
God damn work.
I know. I wonder if it happens on every generation to see evidence of doubles. Maybe that's cool. Or not maybe that's cool, but maybe that could be. I don't know why I said
What
this.
happened?
If they age the way we age and we die, they die when we die. Yeah, it's all these questions, it's crazy.
There's really no answers to them.
Right. There isn't.
There is no scientific explanation for any of it.
So my question about deja vu, is that us having to go back in our timeline because we screwed up somewhere and like it rewinding and we go back there and we don't realize it, of course. But that's why we're just like, why do I feel like I've been here before?
Kind of like I said, that in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It was like, I know I've been in this building before, but I've never been there.
Right, yeah, it's crazy.
How did I know what was wrote on the wall?
And you freak yourself out of doing that.
Hell yeah. Right.
It is cool. Yeah, it is cool in a way. Oh, really, Heather? Deja vu or...
That's what I was trying to figure out. Nothing like having 40 people flying through the gate at the same time.
Where are you working? Area 51? They storming the gate, Jim? You're the Jim. You're the Jim that we watch on NASA when we're like, why, Jim? Why is it so secluded?
Why can't you tell us, Jim?
Yeah, why can't you tell us, Jim? You're the Jim that we yell at.
Why is it classified, Jim?
Yeah, why is it classified, Jim?
These people would die laughing sometimes watching us watch a show or something.
Especially like when we're watching NASA. That shit's funny. Yeah, he's like, I wish. He'd be like, I'll be down there discovering everything.
All right, what do we got next?
Just a couple more glitches in the Matrix stories.
Oh.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel stupid when you do it because you'll walk past somebody and you're steadily trying to catch them out of the corner of your eye, knowing you know this person.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you see a celebrity. If you walk by, it's like with Jeremy Wade.
You don't want to stare at them.
Right, yeah. You walk by him and you're like,
I recognize you.
But it's that same kind of feeling. Well, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
No problem. No worries.
He's working at the Alamo.
I wouldn't mind working at the Alamo.
Welcome back, Patrick.
Welcome back. So, invisible wall and driver. I was driving down the highway about to make a right at a red light. No one was next to me. As I'm about to turn, I hear crushing metal, terrible, terrible noises. I look over, and it looks as a red car drove into a wall. There's nothing even near him. His front end was completely smashed in, like there was an invisible wall. I got out of the car to help the person. It was lightly smoking, or it could have been just steam, and no one was in the car.
But does the car just appear out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like that one video we seen where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dude when the dude that just appeared.
Oh yeah, like I showed before with the dude just appearing over and he steps over that chain link fence. Yeah. Or that chick in the truck with the dump truck. She walked it right out in like the middle of the street.
Oh yeah. Just as the dump truck, it was like going down the road, and then all of a sudden, poof, there she is right behind it, crossing the street. And it's like, where the hell did this woman come from?
Yeah. It's crazy.
I I can tell you guys, this is how I know I'm not feeling well. I cracked my beer open at 10 a.m. and I still haven't even taken a drink of it.
Yeah. So I used to work, as this one says, I used to work in a building that had 3 levels of sub-basements. Jim?
Jim?
With a piece of lab equipment, I typically work in the lowest basement. I'm the only one that had to keep. Thank you. Oh,
who sent that?
Thank you for the ice cream.
Who was it?
Unicycle Man.
Well, thank you, Unicycle Man.
That scared me. You got me that time. Yeah, that is a lot of basements, Freaky Geek. Thank you so much for the ice cream.
Yes, very much appreciated. Hey, Freaky, I get unnerved having to go into a basement to begin with.
Yeah, basements are creepy. It's just the elements. So it says, I used to work in a basement that had... Thank you, Skook.
Thank you, Skook.
Thank you so much for the ice cream. You guys rock. You really do.
I know, they make it so much fun.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I'm battling through this, even though I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I just enjoy the company.
I agree. I used to work in a basement that had 3 levels of sub-basements. With a piece of lab equipment, I typically worked in the lower basement. I'm the only one that had the key. There was a weird phone in there. I did work late some nights, but not this night. I was sleeping alone in my apartment when I woke up to a call on my cell phone from my girlfriend at 3 a.m. She was in hysterics and asking why I scared her. Apparently, she received a call from that basement phone just a minute earlier with someone who sounded like me slowly repeating her name until crackling and fading out. My apartment was 10 miles away from work. I thought she was lying, but I saw the 3 a.m. call from the basement phone logged to her cell phone.
Welcome back, Nicole.
So that's kind of creepy.
Well, duh.
So was that... But why would he still just be saying her name? See, I think about things like that. I'm like, why would this thing that called her, whether it be his doppelganger or a glitch in the Matrix, just be saying her name? Yeah, Jim, basements are just creepy.
Yeah, for some reason, because, everything lives in the basement.
Everything.
So it's just always in your mind that something's down there.
Wow, that's wild, Skook. She said, I used to sleep in my uncle's basement in a Victorian home in Old Sac. It was haunted, but not in the basement. Usually it's the other way around. Ghost turns off lights on the stairs as I was about to go up. I was 8 and chewed out the ghost for turning off the light on an 8-year-old girl.
Hey, Andy.
Andy has entered the building. Watch out, everybody. Yeah, Heather, I can't stand basements either. I mean, I'll go down them.
Well, that's like...
I'm more terrified about spiders.
I understand the electrical currents and what they mess with your mind and this and that.
Yeah.
But in the building that we live in, I will not step into the laundry room until I turn on the light. It won't happen. And then I'll be completely out of the room and have to reach back around to shut off the light.
Right. You won't do it while you're in there.
Nope.
Freaky.
Oh, so hold on. Since Andy's here, Andy, was today down 17 for the magnets?
Yes, exactly, Skook. Basements can be fear cages with a lot of EMF. Definitely. Ron, leash him, Nicole.
Well, I think what got me spooked of the laundry room downstairs was that night, or with the door handle that jiggled.
Yeah.
I think that's what got me.
Yeah. I definitely. So this is a strange one. I was eating popcorn in front of my TV, and I dropped a piece. When it should have hit the ground, I heard a faint pop noise. My mom was a stickler about messes, so I looked all over, under the couch, under the TV stand, everywhere, but I couldn't find this piece of popcorn. About a year later, I'm watching TV again, and I hear that same faint pop. I look down, and right between my feet is a freshly popped kernel of popcorn. I picked it up and it was still warm. I'd been sitting there for at least an hour and there was nobody else in the room. So was that like a portal? Did she drop the popcorn in a portal?
Well, that was a long portal.
Right? I couldn't imagine that.
Well, it goes back to that scraper that I had.
Right, yeah. It fell out of midair.
After a month.
Fell out of midair.
The EMF in the room popped it.
It could be, definitely.
Could have been a cell phone.
Right?
They proved that you get 4 cell phones and put a piece of popcorn in the middle. It can actually have enough energy to make that kernel pop.
You're an ass.
Andy is my puppy meow. Since when do puppies go meow?
Man, maybe that's what they do over in Belgium, you know.
Yeah, well, it could be. and cats go woof.
Yeah. So mornings merged. One morning I woke up, rolled out of bed, brushed my teeth, and had breakfast as usual. Went about my day. I lounged around the house a bit, played my Nintendo DS, and plinked away at my guitar. A lazy morning. Suddenly, I'm driving in my car a couple towns over on my way to Barnes & Noble.
Read Andy's thing.
So what have I missed, Missy? Are you spent? Lord knows how long triple explaining to Eddie. Oh my God! Even after with the show, we were talking about it.
It's probably when my head hurts.
No, who was it? Was it Nicole that said it was a Bruce or
yeah,
Bobby?
This morning.
Yeah, she already mentioned it. So.
Was it Bobby or Bruce?
That's true, Freaky.
Yes, I have seen that. I have seen a video of a cat that actually barked.
Yeah. So what about that? Like, I've heard of people. Oh, he said, there's more to the story. So he's suddenly on his way in a car a couple towns over on the way to Barnes & Noble. I pulled over and tried to collect my thoughts. I remembered waking up, getting ready, watering the plants, cleaning stuff up in the living room, then hopping in my car. But I also remember doing all the stuff the other version of that morning. So I had 2 separate days that suddenly merged into one, and I kept both memories. Now, explain that one, guys.
I think I'm just catching a bug, Andy.
So how does that work? Now that one's got me thrown for a loop. Like how?
Was it Bobby or Bruce?
Yeah, I know. Right? It wasn't Bobby or Bruce. See, this is the stuff that I go through, and then I said, "No, my screen just scrolled, and my hand was right here. I didn't."
Well, I know you're not. No one's near your mouse.
Yeah, my mouse is way over there.
Well.
Apparently, they want me to read the shotgun one.
Look at that when we were downstairs in 129. My phone is literally on.
Oh yeah, that was freaky.
On the end table.
That was the government.
And all of a sudden, it just starts taking pictures. It took like 13 pictures.
Now I had the laptop. I'm at the desk looking at the laptop. He's in bed, and his phone's on the nightstand where he puts it every night before he goes to bed. And all of a sudden, we're sitting there. I'm watching, on YouTube, I'm sure. And all of a sudden, you hear click, 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 click. We both looked at each other and then realized that it was his phone making this noise. And it took 30 pictures?
Something like that.
29 pictures and a video.
2 videos.
2 videos.
And it was 15 feet away from us.
I'm like, look at the pictures. He was scared too. He's like, oh.
Says Freaky says Shadows, that sounds like too much thinking needed. No thanks.
See, that's what I do though. I sit there and I wonder, how did that happen? Where? I don't know. That's what I do.
Well, that's has anybody else watched the video of the friendship thing yet? What was it called?
Oh, I don't. The friendship case.
Yeah, the friendship case. That'll mess your mind up.
Ron. So yeah, so the shotgun one, because that's where it scrolled to, and I'll read that one because apparently that's where somebody wants us to read.
Oh, so Freaky Geek is watched.
Yeah, it's not very long at all.
No, it's only like a 25 minute clip.
Yeah. But it's wild. Did you like it, Freaky Geek? Yeah, Ron's over there dancing banana. He's like, go me. Go me.
Yeah.
I sent Missy and Eddie down rabbit hole. Go me.
Bobby and Bruce messed my mind up. I was still busy when I went to bed 6 hours later. Dizzy.
I'm telling you, that was a wild story.
Bruce was Bobby, but Bobby wasn't Bruce.
Yes.
That was Broby.
I only vaguely remember the incident, but one night, both of my grandparents were woken up to a loud sound.
Jim with an eyeball. I see you.
My grandmother swore it was a shotgun. My grandpa said it was a car backfiring since there was no one nearby who would be shooting. We lived pretty far from anyone. They bickered over it for a bit and then went back to bed. About 15 minutes later or so, the phone rang. It was my aunt. Her husband had been shot by a shotgun by a neighbor just 20 minutes before. The thing is they lived 7 states away.
So how the hell? That goes down to where, what's his name? His father showed up in his apartment and talked.
Sammy Hagar. Has anybody heard Sammy Hagar's ghost story?
Even Patrick said yesterday it was confusing.
That was confusing.
Yeah, Sammy Hagar, he did a paranormal clip on YouTube, and he was sitting there saying about how he sat down with his dad and he talked to him for about an hour, and he was mad.
But the thing with it is he was mad because his dad was an alcoholic. He really didn't get along with him, and Sammy had little kids and his wife, and his dad showed up all drunk at his house.
Yep,
and he was pissed.
Yeah, he was mad. But he talked to his dad for like an hour.
Yeah.
Just to find out a couple hours after his dad left, he had already been dead for 5 hours.
On a park bench.
In
another part of the state. It was really
freaky.
To see the emotion in Sammy's eyes telling that story, though.
Oh, now Tiger Labs brings it up. This is an English-speaking only stream. It's the first time I've seen that in days.
Really? I know. They go back and forth. Streamlabs. Oh, no, Streamlabs is working. I don't know. Yeah, it was a crazy story.
It really was. Yeah, when he found out his dad had already been dead for 5 hours.
So this says when I was about 6 or 7, my cat died. It was the first time I experienced death, and it really shook me up. Then about a month later, I saw my cat walk into my room, clear as day. I wasn't freaked out, and I didn't question it. I reached down to pet him, and suddenly he was gone. This happened a few more times until we got 2 new cats. Each time it happened, the fact that he was dead never crossed my mind.
What's that, Patrick? Second time today for you. I'm confused. So this person's cat was dead, but they watched the cat walk into the room.
Yeah, which that's normal. I've had experience with that a couple times now. With one cat that's not even mine.
Oh, Patrick said it's the second time it's popped up today.
Oh, okay. So this is crazy. Now, have any of you experienced this? He says, I remember the crash. My dad was T-boned in this green Nissan. I remember telling the police all about it at the scene. Okay. I remember my parents telling me to tell the doctors that my neck and chest hurt, even though they didn't. I remember having a week off of school, which was fun, of course. And I remember Dad berating the insurance company over the phone. So a few years ago, when my dad bragged about how he's never been in an accident, I took the smug pleasure in correcting him and reminding everyone about the accident. But everybody looked at me like I was going crazy. According to my family, my dad never even had a Nissan, and we never drive a green car because he thinks they're unlucky.
Huh?
That's crazy.
And he's got to find a new job. He's going to miss his window-looking job.
See? That's crazy. So he remembers distinctly this accident happening.
But he
So
never...
are we just like seriously just reliving our life over and over and over again? With different aspects? Maybe we don't have past lives. Maybe it's our past life is us. I mean, that didn't make sense.
No, it
but
didn't.
It did, but it didn't. But I mean, just our lives. Like, are we living... Wow, that's a lot to take in.
Well,
I'm going to sleep good for my nap today because I'm going to get downloads or something. Are we living our life over and over again, only different aspects of it?
No. I don't think. I mean, I believe we keep coming back only because you have a purpose in life.
Okay, right. Yes. Yeah.
And until you fulfill that purpose, you come back. But I don't think you relive the same life.
But how do you explain that then? Like remembering a full-blown accident, remembering getting a week off of school because of it. Remember your parents telling you to let them know that your neck and chest hurt. But they've never even had a green Nissan to begin with.
Holy Christ. Heather says, when my friend's dog passed away, I didn't know, but he showed up at my place to say goodbye, and she told me the next day that her dog had died.
Wow, Heather. Wow.
And then Patrick, I spoke to a friend's grandmother who I never met before for a half an hour, only to find out she died 7 years ago.
That's crazy.
Wow, chat's going quick now. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be husband.
That's what she calls him.
Okay. That's my car today. We keep coming back because we can't find the way ahead.
Maybe. But which life? I think we can come back as different people.
I think we do come back as different people, but with the same purpose.
So, okay, Scoop, yes, all timelines exist at the same time. I believe that. I'm a firm believer in that. But
No. I don't believe all timelines run.
well, that's your belief. I believe we live in the past, present, and future at the same time.
But at different times.
So do you think when people, until we get it right.
That's what I said.
So it's kind of both beliefs merged into one.
Kind of, yeah.
So do you think something happened in his disguised timeline to where something had to be rearranged in it? Where they didn't have that accident? I'm gonna research this all night tonight. I'm telling you, I can feel it in my bones.
Scoops is right. Time doesn't really exist.
Yeah, it's man-made. Andy. What was your first vote? I forgot. I have to go check it out, see what it's up to.
That's true, Patrick. That story about the car crash, it may be a Mandela effect.
That could be too. And that's another thing, to believe with Mandela effects and just like in the forces go back into it again. Do you think we rewind?
No, I think we reset.
when my boyfriend ate hot wings without me knowing, I got physically hot, like I'd eaten something hot. I told him in a text I was burning up, and he shows me a picture of his hot wing dinner. That's now I felt that, like when you're, I can feel when Eddie, like when my anxiety starts getting up, I know Eddie's like got something in his mind that he's trying to work out. That and his attitude tells me. But like if I get anxious for no reason, I know somebody around me is like working out something. He was burning up too, yeah. Hey, Tamara.
Hey, Tamara.
Thank you so much for the lemons, hon. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate it too.
Yeah, Eddie does too. We appreciate it.
Hey, past life.
Hey, past life explorer, how are you?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's
really,
like,
Ron?
It's like you just reset.
Yeah, I mean, same with, like Mandela effect, bringing up the Mandela effect. I think that's all in a part of it too. I think it's what we go, I don't know. Oh, thank you for the ice cream.
Very much appreciated.
Thank you so much. Doing good? That's good. I like hearing that. My boyfriend analogy. I mean, I can understand it in twins. Like, we just watched that video where, remember, the two twins.
Jesus,
it was funny. I love watching in my pastime.
The one that gets laughing gas when they go to get their wisdom teeth pulled.
Yeah, getting wisdom, and they did twins, right? And first of all, it's funnier than hell. But the first twin was, she's like all giddy and happy and everything. And then all of a sudden she's like, why am I feel like I'm crying? Or I want to cry. Why do I feel like that? Her sister was the crier after surgery. Because, like, you go through three, you can come out 3 different ways. You're either loopy, chatty Cathy, loopy and going back to sleep, chatty Cathy, or crying.
Okay, Tamara, thank you. And Andy, no, I don't think we get to choose how many lives we have. I think we just keep coming back until our purpose is fulfilled.
Yeah, that's true. I think I don't know.
See, that's how I remember what Patrick said about the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, my whole thing was the freaking Fruit Loops, remember?
Yeah.
That Mandela effect twice in 1 month. That's not cool. Or I can deal with a Mandela effect every once in a while.
Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the son always wore sunglasses. Never. Yeah, yep. Skook, I believe that. We come back to help, just help as well, just to help. Yeah. Welcome back, Freaky Geek.
Do you think those are the background people? Well, do you guys believe in background people? And what I mean by background people is like...
Yeah, I think our purpose is always the same, Heather.
Background people to me is the fact that there's certain people out there that aren't really like here. They're just filling up the spaces so our brain doesn't keep... Like if we're getting curious, it's like something distracts us.
Patrick's saying the damn sun wore sunglasses too.
Yeah, see?
But it never did.
Wait, on purpose, always the same or different. Oh,
well, I don't think how many lives a soul will live, because a soul
9 lives, just like cats.
A soul will live forever.
Just Jim. My next life, I'm joining the MIB. I love it.
I wonder if I'm a background person here, but never all there.
Well, no, you're for real, Freaky Geek.
Yes.
Like, it's the people that don't talk or they don't even look at people. They just are walking by. I mean, I do that too, but I usually say hi to people. But they just, you know what I mean? And like, you see them walk in the store, but you never see them walk out of the store. They're just put there. Yeah, I know, Patrick. Fruit Loops happened to me because I remember sitting there looking at the box going, when did they change the name?
Okay, Skooks.
All right, Skooks. When did they change the name? And then Eddie bought me another box of Fruit Loops, and it was back to the original. It's like, are they fucking with me? You know what I mean? Dude, and you know, like my coworker will talk about shit like this, and Alex is like, he goes to me, he goes, what if it's just the companies, the companies just going, let's screw with people today? I'm like, well, it could be. That could be possible too.
No, just make sure everything stays safe there, Andy.
Walking in the street like a fart in a trance. No, when you fart, that's jet power. Don't you know that? And so that's what every time me and Eddie fart, we'll sit there and go, jet power. Another weird notion of our life. Lots of buffering today. No,
but they never changed the name, Patrick. It's that Mandela effect.
Andy, everybody's been having problems with YouTube. It's not just you.
Sure. Well,
that could be too. Warp speed.
But it depends on how powerful it is.
Yeah, true.
That's like, what's his name that played Thor?
No. Missy does not have a bun in the oven.
What?
Missy will never have a bun in the oven. I've already had 3.
I wonder what will happen if we do this. That's probably what the company is thinking.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. My coworker is the bomb. He's logical too, but there's things that happen to him that, like, downstairs, he won't look down that hallway.
Nope. Nope.
And it's funny hearing Alex say that, because Alex is very, like, he's brute. You know what I mean?
He's just pure strength. You know, he's just a big guy. But
and he's very smart. Like, when I'm talking, like, when I say smart, he's like genius level. You know what I mean? So he's very logical about things, but he's had things happen and he's just like, nope. I also remember the sun being more yellow, not as white.
It used to be really bright yellow.
Yeah.
At least we think it used to be.
Yeah. That could be, who knows? That could be our fucking government shooting nukes up. I will never get over our government shooting nukes at the moon. The screen went white. See, it's YouTube telling you the sun was always white. I'm 61 and found a lot of things I remember has now changed.
But they haven't changed.
Welcome back, Scoop. Had to refresh. Yeah, YouTube. It's because Andy brought it up. Everything was going fine until Andy brought up about YouTube buffering.
Yeah.
He's birthing a whole soccer team will leave a woman feeling a tad rough. Yeah, Andy. My cousin had a baseball team, or women's softball. He had 9 girls. It's like, I got a whole...
No, he had 9 girls. He didn't do 9 girls.
No.
He didn't do the softball team.
No. Yeah, before you even say anything, Andy.
That's why I figured I'd better throw it out there real quick.
You have 5 kids. We have 5 kids between us. I have 3 and he has 2.
Yeah.
I know, always Andy. I'm telling you. So I thought this one was weird, right?
The freaking geek. Nice save, Eddie.
We know how you guys are.
Yeah, I'm getting used to you all.
That's funny shit right there.
You don't start buffering. What would happen with it?
Yeah, oh my God, can you imagine? In the middle of it?
I would just leave.
So one evening I was getting out of a Rotterdam subway when I spotted an old friend who I hadn't seen in a few years heading to the subway too. I called out his name. He turns, waves, and makes the call me gesture. The door closes and the subway rode up. 30 seconds later, my phone rang. It was my friend who told me he had just seen me as I got on the train heading home from the bar. Apparently, I had grinned, waved, and gestured, call me, when the door shut and the train drove off. I live in Rotterdam. He lives in Mon-Friday. That's over 200 kilometers, or about 125 miles apart.
But he's seen him get on the train.
Yes, and this one saw him get on their train. The other one saw the other person get...
And saying, call me.
Yeah. Now, how do you explain that one? Were they thinking about each other? I wonder if they were thinking about each other.
Well, see, that's what I've always been told. If you're having a conversation and you go to say, like, I'm going to say your name,
right?
But I say somebody else's name,
they're thinking about
you at that moment in time.
Right. So if I was talking to you and I said, hey, Eddie.
Yeah, that means she's thinking about you.
Is that what it is when I call my kids?
Well, no, that's just a pissed off parent.
Because Ryan's been called Taylor and Danielle many times, and the other kids have been called Ryan many times. So, and the other sibling. So
exactly, freaky. They might have been thinking of the other at the same time. Eddie was Mandela, that things change because they believe we're going into parallel universes where things are just slightly different, and that I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think when you start noticing, like when you start observing, and a lot of people don't see Mandela effect or anything like that. And I think when we start seeing Mandela effect, it's because we're observing our thoughts instead of just thinking them.
Right.
I was going to do a whole series on observing your thoughts instead of just thinking about your thoughts, because that's helped me with depression and anxiety, is observing instead of thinking and feeling my thoughts. I observe.
You can actually see them.
Yeah. And therefore, when I observe them, I don't put the emotion with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
it's hard. It's very hard to explain what I went through for many years of getting rid of the anxiety. Not getting rid of. Let me just say that.
Getting it under control.
Yeah.
And scars will change with time. Because you're made of matter, and matter will always refresh itself sooner or later.
Never hold it in when that's how crappy ideas are born.
We gave Andy
Andy, I don't know about all that. Do not blame that shit on me.
No, this is when you're awake and you're talking. Like at least 4 times. I mean, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It would be nice if scars could vanish over time. Mine are, believe it or not.
Yeah, exactly, Andy. There you go. Someone with depression is living in the past. Someone with anxiety is living in the future. The trick is to try to live in the now. Exactly. Yes. You're exactly right. And observing my thoughts and dealing with past issues.
But someone with depression, couldn't they also be living in the future and they don't want to? So it's depressing them?
Are you talking cancer?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
And anxiety. Couldn't that mean that you're living in the past and you want to get ahead?
I mean, some anxiety, yes, but most anxiety, like with my anxiety, I was in fear of what was going to happen next. I've had both.
I get depressed sometimes when I get frustrated and wish I could do more. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not that I get depressed. The frustrated part, absolutely.
He gets frustrated over playing. You should hear him. I mean, seriously, when he's playing his video games, holy hell, guys, I'm constantly going, what's wrong, honey? Because he's like, son of a bitch.
It's just my golf game.
And he's like, I'm playing golf. I'm like, oh, okay. Bad shot. But I'm like, you guys don't even know. It's hard, Jim. It is hard. I'm not going to lie. I had to go through a lot to be where I am today. Yes, and you just have Ron mooning over there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Ron, I get that.
I'm sure a lot of people in this room, if they played the golf game that I play, they'd all be.
Yeah, that's true too, Patrick. Some depression sometimes. The person can't see the future. Yeah. I haven't seen the moon in so long, Scoop. It's not even funny. See, we see it more in the
daytime.
We see it more at the nights are clearer more towards wintertime.
Yeah.
In fall and winter.
Well, we just seen it the other day.
The other day, yeah, that was bright.
That was wild.
That was wicked bright.
I gotta ask somebody's take on what the hell blew up in Beirut. They felt that 2 countries away.
Well, you said that it was.
They're not sure.
They're right now. They're got. Yeah, they got
see it in the daytime. Oh, up here you can see it all the time during the daytime.
I see. Yeah, I see Jim's moon now, and I saw Ron's moon before.
Anxiety is the concern of what's to come, what's to happen. Thus, it's future-oriented. Depression is dwelling on what's already happened, even being convinced it will recur. But depression roots
are from the past.
Yeah, Andy, you're a freaky geek. I've heard a couple of different things. But I've seen the explosion, and I swear to God, it was an atomic bomb that went off.
But you said that it was like the chemicals, and there was an armory right next door, right? Or whatever.
Well, no. At first it was a fireworks thing, and then it was supposed to be a place where they had bombs stored, like an armory.
Yeah.
And then I hear it was storage for highly explosive chemicals. So I've heard 3 different stories.
Until it gets sifted through, they ain't gonna know.
Well, yeah, I know a chemical explosion can do it. I'm just saying, I've heard 3 different stories within 24 hours.
I heard a lot of high-ranking SF were picked up and taken to D.C.
10 years.
I read it had a 4.5 shockwave.
I'm sure it was bigger than that. I mean, like I said, they felt it. 2 countries over, they felt it.
That's wild, Heather. Something kind of weird is my parents were 10 years apart in age, and they died 10 years apart, except it was July and August, but same day, though. Wow.
Well,
wow.
That's your mom and my mom.
Right.
Died almost exactly 1 year to the day.
Well, yeah.
Almost.
My parents were 11 years apart.
Yeah.
They didn't die 11 years apart.
Fishermen way out in the ocean said they had to hold on to their boat because it started rocking so bad. Miles away on a bridge, it flipped cars over.
It's hard, Heather. Yeah, definitely.
It is. And you just got to find that right person to be able to, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it.
Right.
You know, I mean, yeah, because I miss my mom to death. And
look for the signs. You know, the easiest way to do it is look for the signs that they show us. Like, and a lot of people in here can attest that I've told them about my signs. My dad always, there's a Model T somewhere. You know, when I'm missing my dad, a Model T will show up. One pulled right into the freaking driveway. A Model T, come on now. You know what I mean? And then the next day, because I was having a bout where I was missing them, the next day I'm looking through Facebook and there's video of a Model T, and it's like, okay, all right, I know, My mom, she shows up in my dreams. We hang out together.
Yeah, my mom passed away 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Yeah, because I think it's been 8 years since your mom passed. Freaky Geek says, wow, this is getting strange. Twice now the video glitched and repeated something.
Andy time, TTV is now following. Thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. So, Lisa sleeping in. Nothing wrong with that. We need one of those days every once in a while.
Skook says there's an Aussie that keeps posting that what I posted, he just looked at before I posted it. So they must be posting something the same.
This is getting strange now. The video glitched and repeated something. You know what, Freaky Geek? I've had that happen.
I read that.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Thank you, Jim, for the ice cream.
Thank you.
Ice creams. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
I've had that happen where I'm like watching a live stream and I'm sitting there listening.
That's what heaven said.
I might not be watching the video because a lot of times I'll, like my friends like Cassie and Mary's at night when I'm watching theirs or whatnot, I'll have it on the screen, but I'm working, so I'm usually writing. And it's like I'll hear them repeat exactly like a whole sentence, and then the other person will say this, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I've had that happen. That's nothing new with YouTube. But not looking for tomorrow. It's going to be tough. 4 years tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, Heather.
I'm sorry, Heather. Prayers that you get there. Look, I'm telling you, look for signs that he would indicate that he's around.
Yeah, Lisa said, where'd we go? She's got a black screen now.
We're here, Lisa. YouTube's screwing up madly. Glitch in the Matrix again. See? Either that or they're trying to take me down because I'm talking about Glitch in the Matrix. See? You guys, much love to you, Patrick and Jim. You guys are awesome.
Now we're back.
And we're back.
But we didn't go anywhere.
It's all everybody's fault that brought up Men in Black. That's what I'm saying.
The best is when you get stereo 2 or 3 people saying exactly the same thing at the same. No, that is freaky when that happens.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of my head.
And you kind of like look at, you're like, get out of my head. Probably, Nicole. Our doppelgangers are Probably, see? You're welcome, Heather. Much love to you, honey. That's weird. Freaky, you're the only one I think that's getting white screen. Everybody else is getting a black screen. Yeah, that's true, Scoop. That definitely goes with the territory. But wifey is something.
It could very well be, Jim.
Definitely could be. And that could be why Twitter's not working too.
Yeah, because it's
everything's going on. Yeah. I'm trying to see if anything.
I'm praying to God that the shaking I'm feeling is that.
Yeah, it's them rolling. They're rolling.
No.
The dirt down.
Thanks, Andy.
My friend and I do a lot where we say the same thing at the same time. Yeah.
You got that connection.
Yep, exactly. Me and Eddie do it all the time. All the time.
Or we'll finish each other's sentence.
Yeah. So this one says, when I was very young, maybe 5 or 6, I tried to watch a VHS tape of a movie I liked. Nothing but static. I tried my Barney tape, static again. My Barney tape. Static again. I ejected the tape and called my mom in the room. She inserted the tape and pressed play exactly like I had moments before, and it worked perfectly fine. She just thought I did it wrong. She went back to her room across the hall, and immediately it went to static again. I ran to her room to get her. When we came back, it was playing. No one believes me.
It's like when I'm trying to set up for in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell? This ain't working, but you'll come over and do exactly what I just did.
And it'll work.
And it's fine.
Well, that's like when I'm working downstairs. Every time. Now, mind you, I'm not one that calls for help unless I really need it, right? So I'll be working the front desk, right?
Patrick says we had an earthquake here today in the islands. It was a 5 point something.
Damn, be safe.
No, it happened here in Alaska.
Oh, in the Aleutian Islands.
Yeah,
yeah, they've been having I told you.
No, he said it happened today.
Yeah.
But usually when it's a 5.0, even in the Aleutian Islands, we'll feel.
Because we're so used to them rolling the road.
With the big equipment and shit out here.
But even when I'm working downstairs, right? When I go to call my boss, it's for something that I can't get right. You know, Eddie? Anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm reading what Andy said.
So I'll be working and I'm not one to call my boss unless I really need him. That's how anybody is.
Yeah, that's anybody that works here. We don't call him unless we absolutely have to.
So anytime I'll spend like 10, 20 minutes and if I can't figure it out, I'll either wait till he comes down or what. I'm like, Jason, I can't get this to work. What's going on? He'll come over and he'll do some things. He's like, yeah, whatever. Can't get it to work. You know?
And it takes him about 20 seconds.
Yeah, and it's like every single time that happens, and it's like bullshit. Or I say something to him, and then something will happen, the reverse of it. My ex-wife used to always finish my sentence. Even worse was that she said would be held against me.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss these guys tomorrow. But I might be able to get out of there quick enough to where I can still get back here for about a half hour.
That could be.
I mean, I got to be over there at 9. So,
what do you guys think about dreams? This person said, I dreamt I was on a train that crashed, right? The guy in front of me was decapitated and the train car caught fire before plunging off a bridge into the water. I drowned, woke up in a panic, realized I wasn't dead, and I fell back to sleep. Had the exact same dream again and again and again.
See, I don't know, because I've been told that if you die in your dream,
right,
there's a chance you could actually die.
Right. So the next day, dragging my tired butt to work, wondering why my mind decided to play a dream like a bad VCR tape, I passed the volunteer's desk at work with its daily pile of newspapers. The evening before, a train had crashed before plunging off a bridge into a river. Later, it came out that the crash produced some horrific injuries, including decapitation. So was she having a premonition?
That's true, Patrick. It just could be a warning.
Yeah.
That's why so many have heart attacks. And that could very well be freaky.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, a lot of it can make sense. Well, that's like they say, never wake up a sleepwalker. Because you could put him into shock.
Right, yeah. My oldest daughter was a sleepwalker. I've had a few weird dreams of getting murdered. That's crazy. See, yeah.
See, in the weirdest dreams that I remember I used to have is I would be running through a hospital and I would like run into an operating room, but all these scalpels and everything are flying at me and they're hitting the wall. I never got hit.
Right.
But I had that dream, I don't know how many times. And then I was in there getting surgery done on my leg.
Ah. Wow. See, now, like Robin, I remember she's had a reoccurring dream. I remember it. She's walking in barren land, like not sand, but like where it's all dry and cracked and that.
Yeah.
And she don't know why she's there. She's just nobody around. It's just her. And then all of a sudden, this motorcycle comes chasing after her. Can't see because it's got a black helmet, with a black visor and everything. Yeah. Wearing a black, like, leather jacket. And it's chasing her. And it crashes. And just as she runs up to take the helmet off to see who it is, she wakes up every time. And she's like, what does that mean? And I'm like, I'm not a dream interpreter. I'm so not a dream interpreter.
Well, it just means you're not supposed to know who it is.
Yeah, until she resolves that. That's the way I feel. But the only reoccurring dreams that I've had, I always remember are tornadoes. There's two things. There's either tornadoes or aliens.
Or aliens in tornadoes.
yeah, alienado.
Eli, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
Hope you're feeling better today.
Tornadoes, but I can't remember. Like I try to sit there and remember everything that's happened, like on a daily basis around those dreams, because those are my two big scary dreams that I have. But I've never been harmed in either one of them. The tornado hits every other house, like in a zigzag, but the one I'm in every time. And the aliens, they don't. They attack around me, but not me or my kids.
I'm waiting for Patrick. Sorry to finish. I know he's got another part coming. Because he says, when I was a kid in school, grade 5, I seen a 4-engine plane crashing into my school, and I hid under my desk. My teacher asked me what I was doing.
Oh, wow. That's the other plane crashes. I'll have dreams about plane crashes if I'm really worried about something. Well, thank you for stopping in, Eli. I know that's hard to do when you're in pain.
Absolutely. Put that damn pen down.
Sorry, I know. As soon as I clicked it, I realized it.
She's one in the leather jacket, self-destructive behavior can put on such dreams. So my shrink told me.
That could be. I've had that thought too, but I don't tell her that because.
Well, I'm
the type of friend. I'm a bad friend because I'll lie to make you feel good. If that makes you.
I haven't had any dreams like that.
I don't want anybody to feel bad.
Since I was in the nut house.
Right.
I haven't had any more dreams like that.
No.
And I told, now Patrick is the second part of it doing, and I told her, she said, don't be silly. I got home for dinner and found out a plane crashed into a school in South America.
Yeah, see, stuff like that happens all the time. But what do you do when you have a dream like that and you're like, who do you tell? Like, the scariest dream I've ever had in my life, you were watching that freaking movie where something was crashing into the earth, where they had, I don't know what movie it was. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? Where two strangers, it was, Steve Carell was in it from The Office.
No, I can't think of it.
He became friends with her. I don't know if they were the last people on Earth, but the world was being destroyed, and they knew it. And I remember the last, I must have been in and out of the sleeping because the last image I saw was them laying in bed waiting for the thing.
Oh, damn it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, I had a dream that did someone...
Best friend? Or the ending, or... I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, but right after that movie, and I think it obviously had something to do with that movie, but it's an image that I keep going to. That something. It's not something coming into crashing into Earth and destroying the Earth. It's something going into the sun and destroying that.
It's got to be big.
But it's not. It's like a little thing. I can see it going right into the sun and having that anxiety like, this is it.
Yeah, it's coming to an end.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, with that explosion in Beirut, if you really watch it, it looks like an atomic bomb going off. No, Andy, if you're asking if the name of the movie was Knowing, no, I know that's not it. Damn it! But because as a matter of fact,
Yeah,
it was,
Jim, same here.
Somebody hit the button to destroy Earth, and they had like 24 hours left or something.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. I remember the movie. I just can't think of the name. dlive what?
dlive what?
I can't Google something if I don't know what the hell I'm Googling.
I had for years tornadoes here in Newfoundland. We never get them here, but the last 30 years now, we just get them very rarely now. Wow.
Who was it that was in here yesterday from New York?
Christina.
Yeah. Remember, I told you what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, in dreams. Yeah, it's weird. And I can remember having the dream, the first dream of me of tornadoes was, I'd say around 4 or 5. And I don't even think I knew what tornadoes were. We didn't get them in New York. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't really, unless I heard about them on the news or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Jim. I mean, just the way the video looks, that doesn't look. I mean, it's just wow.
No, not Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Ammonium nitrate.
Is that their final answer?
I don't know.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Some people think it could have been microwave weapon of some sort. That could be. I mean, I don't know. I don't like movies where a person is in a bunker and must hit a button every so often or something. I know, I've seen those movies. Freaky geese, like they mess with my mind. And it's so true. Seeking a friend for the end of the world.
That's it. Seeking a friend.
Yeah.
And there's like only a handful of people, and they're laying in bed together, and they hear the final news. It's, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
Thank you, Heather.
See, she Googled it.
But I wouldn't know what I'd be Googling. 2 people in bed. You know what? It's going to come up?
It'll come up like Andy's computer?
Probably.
A bunch of people with those laser pens all aimed at the planet. No, I want to see a UFO so I can shine a laser at it.
At least it's still got a black screen.
Really? That's so weird. Oh, she Googled Steve Carell movies.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen that.
Okay.
I didn't even think about Googling his name.
Right. But yeah. I mean, I think, what do you guys think? Do dreams, doppelgangers, shadows, astral projection?
Jim's starting to buffer again.
Is it all like deja vu, one big thing into each other? Do you think it's all a glitch in the Matrix? Or do you think it's... I really hate that steamroller. Or do you think it's separate things? Do you think it's all connected together? Or do you think it's separate things?
Everything's connected in some way or another.
That's true. That is true. I'm sorry that the show's been off a little bit today.
Yeah, because everything is weird because everything on this end is working fine.
Yeah.
Except the glitch you had with your camera or with your screen scrolling.
Yeah, and it only did it once. So apparently they wanted me to play that shotgun.
Yeah,
It's
as a
the
matter of fact,
end of the world as we know it.
wasn't there a train crash in New York, Grand Central Station?
I'm sure there's been a few. I don't know. You mean lately?
Hello, Little Cavs Truth Movement.
Welcome. How are you? 2022 Anarchy Code and William Cooper Go Hold of Hellhorse. Give some good insight. Oh, I will definitely check that out. Is that a documentary, or where can I find that? Because I'd really like to look at that.
Lisa has to keep going back and clicking on the video that says live. It's the only way it'll stay up.
That's crazy. YouTube, I don't know. It's messing up big time today.
Doing
Book. Okay.
Doing good, Kevs.
I will definitely look that up. Let me write that down. Anaki Code. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, cool. That'll work too. You can email it to me or Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. Hope all is well with you.
Boy, he just got everybody's attention in the room.
Right?
Even Freaky Geek like, is that hardcover? Can I get an audio?
I know. Definitely love information like that. I love going down rabbit holes, Ron.
Shadows.
I know. All right, guys, it's about that time.
Some other stuff is gonna hit the fan. You know, it's time to make another coffee.
You know what time it is. Head on over.
To hell. Go to hell. Hopefully it's going to work for these people in dlive.
Well, nobody over there has had a problem today, they said.
No, a couple of them did.
No, it was all YouTube.
I don't know. Anyways, you're welcome. If you don't want to buy it, I narrated the Kindle version up to chapter 8. Still working on it, but I've got it in a Google folder. I'll share with you guys.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
I'm fist bumps, hugs, stay strong. Maybe I'll get to talk to you guys tomorrow for about a half hour, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, I've got a job interview, but it's not a job interview. I've already got the job. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys have a rest of a great day, evening, whatever you're doing.
Oh, Ron, you're going to shoot me down another rabbit hole. What about plasma? What plasma? Did you ask me about plasma? Did he ask me about plasma?
Not that I know.
Or is he trying to get me down a rabbit hole?
I think he's trying to send you down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, look, he's telling me to eat the magic mushroom.
Bless you too, Nicole.
Oh, no, wrong one.
Hope it don't take all day to give you. No, Freaky, I just got to go over there and watch a friggin' computer editorial for a job that I've already know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Guys, thank you guys so much for coming, and I appreciate it so much. You guys are simply the best. I love that you guys, you just make our day. You really do, every day.
And that's why I sat here and powered through it, because I just love hanging out with these guys.
Definitely, I agree. So I am pressing the button now to the chest. If you're over in dlive, make sure you hit that.
Go ahead, Andy.
I am allowed to have my chemistry set back now.
Oh, thank you, Canadian Witch.
Thank you so much for the lemon. I appreciate it so much. Again, I apologize that this
stream is
the
having
stream
so
has
much
been
problems.
wonky. You know, like I said.
Freaky Geek, thank you.
Oh, I don't need a dance. They can't see me.
Nope. And I ain't dancing. Get him do the Carlton.
Thank you, Freaky Geek, for the diamond. I appreciate it. All right, so we got Patrick got 72.4. Just Jim got 42.0 lemons. Heather got 30.6. Ron got 24.5. And Freaky Geek got 20.7.
He bought that diamond and he goes, he didn't know he had that many lemons.
Again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for the ice cream, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Again, I appreciate, or I'm sorry that this has been wonky. We're not feeling the best today, but
thank you, Heather.
Oh, Heather, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the lemons. But yeah, I apologize. Eddie apologizes for today's stream. But I had a lot of fun today. I really did. Talking about the glitches, man. Got to talk about the glitches.
You always got to talk about the Matrix.
Got to. Some wonky shit going on in the world.
I think I'm going to go lay down for a while.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Thank you, Ron, for the ice cream. You guys are really the best. That's the connection. See? Yes. You're not feeling well and YouTube has been glitchy. Yes. I screwed up in Beirut, Eddie, and I promise not to mix up the recipe again, at least for a while.
Thank you, Freaky.
All right, guys, take care. Tomorrow, of course, is Thriller Thursday. We're talking about cryptids, legends, and lore. And I hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Remember, did you do your whole fist bump?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that before you open the chest.
That's true. Again, thank you guys for being here. And remember, find something today that makes you smile with your eyes. I love you guys. We love you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.